It's 10:24 p.m., September 21st. As I said in my parents' kitchen, pay attention to these guys rewarding unprofessionalism and sucking. People not doing their jobs, not arresting terrorists, guys involved in RICO, ignoring terrorism, um, ignoring IP theft and data theft and economic espionage. Pay attention to who those guys are rewarding those people, rewarding unprofessionalism, rewarding sucking. Those guys are reinforcing sucking and unprofessionalism. And when people in positions of authority or power suck or are unprofessional, that's essentially corruption. And those guys are financing corruption and reinforcing corruption by rewarding unprofessionalism and sucking. And those guys rewarding unprofessionalism and sucking are endangering your life, your children's lives, your family's lives, the nation, and the globe. There are certain ideas I made that could create a battery that would never run out. You'd never need to charge it. We've got all sorts of ideas, and these are being stolen. Trillions of dollars are being stolen out of America from money these kids stolen or gambling with illegally, compensation for crimes I'm a victim of, money they're making off my ideas illegally. Trillions of dollars are being stolen out of America, money made off of data and exploitation, and stolen out of America because of this sucking and unprofessionalism being rewarded as well. And it's continued for 5 years and 7 months. So large sums of money have been stolen, and it's in the hands of terrorists, criminals, rapists, pedophiles, guys involved with illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution, people with zero respect for human life, waging war on innocent people, waging war on Americans and human beings that stand up for their rights as Americans and as human beings. And this money is being used to fuel and finance the murder and harm of people standing up for their rights as Americans and standing up for their rights as human beings. That's because of people rewarding sucking and unprofessionalism, and hence corruption. And this money is in the hands of people who threaten humanity, threaten the globe, involved with illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution, putting WMDs in space, experimenting illegally on children and disabled people, performing rape-like violence on disabled people for entertainment, performing illegal experiments on disabled people and children and others for entertainment. Large sums of money are in these monsters' hands because of sucking and unprofessionalism being rewarded and tolerated, and no one reporting it. That's another reason this corruption is spreading. So someone needs to wake up. These people are involved with highly illegal, unethical, inhumane human experimentation. They're involved with terrorism, RICO, and they're not behind bars. You want to know why? Because of corruption and people rewarding unprofessionalism and sucking. And then people sucking and being unprofessional and being blinded by Benjamin Franklin at the expense of humanity and accepting bribes and looking the other way at the expense of humanity. And people listening to people repeatedly with zero credibility who are just so dishonest, it's scary. They lie at the expense of humanity, and people have been listening to these guys and endangering the globe, as long as they're giving a little cheese or change, meaning, as long as you reward their unprofessionalism and sucking, they're somehow that, makes them think whoever's rewarding them has more credibility, when those are some of the key terrorists and criminals involved with this economic espionage, terrorism, and RICO. So people should pay attention to who those guys are rewarding unprofessionalism and sucking. People should pay attention to those who are unprofessional and sucking, as they are endangering humanity, they're endangering the globe, they're endangering the nation, they are endangering your life, your family's life, and your children's lives. Someone needs to get this technology out of space. Someone needs to get this technology out of these terrorist hands. There are still people with this technology, I can assure you, and no, I'm not programmed. That's just a load of shit, never worked. They've just been doing parlor tricks and fake videos. Someone needs to shut down this gambling ring for rapists, terrorists, and pedophiles and repeat sex offenders. Someone needs to shut down this economic espionage ring and these criminals selling data, IP, and other things. And someone needs to get Satan Incorporated behind bars and Joseph Mengele Incorporated behind bars. And we rape autistic disabled people for entertainment behind bars. And we reward unprofessionalism and sucking behind bars. And someone needs to get Poser, Fame, Whore Incorporated behind bars. And Caterer Incorporated behind bars. As there's a lot of people catering and lying for Satan and helping Satan Incorporated, and some of these people involved in Satan Incorporated avoid prison when they should be behind bars, as they're more than threats to humanity, a lot of these people. And quit manufacturing associations. But I would say people putting WMDs in space are endangering humanity. They're not greater good. Why would anyone need to give someone cancer covertly? How's that greater good? What good can that do? Well, I mean, what's better? A gun? If there's an evildoer, you want to radiate someone for 10, 15 years until they get cancer and then wait another, 2 to 10 years for them to die, however long. Or you want to arrest them or shoot them if they're an evildoer. I think that sounds way more efficient if someone's an evildoer rather than radiating someone to death. Sounds like a pointless tool. Doesn't get the job done quick enough. So I would just say arresting someone or shooting someone, such as an evildoer, would really get the job done better. So these tools, they're putting WMDs in space for entertainment and for sick purposes. And also to murder people who can't investigate such covertly. For entertainment, not for anything greater good. So ponder these things and other things. Not to mention all the other things I've been saying on this video. I mean, everyone's getting uncomfortable.